Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. I'm doing very well today. Because things just happen, you know. Let me get into it very shortly actually. I was about to say something, but I'll save it for a little bit. Because I've got two things to let you know of first before we get into what has gone down today and what has happened in the last few minutes as of this recording. Firstly, this video is brought to you and sponsored by the OneFootball app. All of your latest transfer rumours, all your latest transfer news, all of your ins and your outs, not just for the club you support, but across the spectrum, you can find in the OneFootball app. All of the information as it comes in is found there for all of your latest. And into the season, not just pre-season, but once we kick off the league campaigns across Europe and across the world, all of your latest results, fixtures, schedules, whatever, team news, all there in the OneFootball app. So make sure you hit that link in the description, download the OneFootball app now and make it your go-to for all your football latest, just like it is for me. Secondly, brand new video on my second channel, Younes Talks. Check it out right here after you are done. If you are interested with the whole YouTube boxing scene, Jake Paul, Tommy Fury probably being Tommy Fumbles once again and ducking the fight, and a new opponent's been confirmed. I'll give you all my thoughts on that. Check it out as you are done with this and enjoy. If you wish to go over there and hit subscribe too. Now let's get into what has gone down today. This is unreal. Let's start off with Dembele. What is happening with Dembele? We haven't heard from him. No one's heard from him. Has he applied for McDonald's yet? Burger King maybe? Nah. KFC. It's gotta be. No? Okay, well, Barca might actually get a breakthrough with him. Fabrizio Romano gives us the latest in relation to Ousmane Dembele. Check this out. Ousmane Dembele, Barcelona and players camp are really close to find full agreement. Matter of details. But new deal depends on Barca's green light. Decision now up to Barcelona more than Dembele. Ousmane waiting for FCB to decide. Raphinha part of this domino. Interesting. What does that mean? What does it mean when he says Raphinha part of this domino? Does it mean the Raphinha move will dictate where Dembele goes? Does it mean Raphinha, even if it means that Dembele signs, that will create a domino for Raphinha to sign too? Or does it mean, as I've said, that if Dembele signs, then the Barca to Raphinha deal is off and Raphinha goes elsewhere? We've got two different sides talking about this story tonight, Raphinha. We've got the Barca side and we've got the English side. The Barca side, Gerard Romero, let me fill you into what this guy's saying, because he was saying Raphinha was 96% done. And then he said Raphinha was 98% done. And then he said that, there hasn't been a deal agreed just yet, but it's going to happen, don't worry. And then we've been waiting ever since for that 98 to turn into 99, 99.2, 99.5, 99.8, 99.99999999991, 99.999999992. Where is it now, Gerard Romero? Well, let's get into it. He says this as of tonight after the Dembele news came out. Raphinha will still be joining Barcelona. And Jacob Steinberg has come out and said it is unlikely that Barcelona can afford to keep Ousmane Dembele and sign Chelsea target Raphinha this summer. Let's break this down. Because Gerard Romero has been found to be so inconsistent recently, it's mad. For the last week or so, as Man Knows Football, Goonie, check him out, I was on his channel earlier on, said he's been on fraud watch for the past week because he keeps contradicting himself. Is it actually 98% done? Or are you actually not getting Raphinha and all that you said was a pack of mumbo jumbo? What is it, Gerard Romero? Fill us in. But this is the thing. Just like that Barca fan that came on to Matisse's channel, wonderfully explained, there's a lot of journalists on that side in Barcelona that are aligned with the club and are only feeding information that they know the club wants people to hear. And they definitely want people to hear that. Well, Raphinha's still joining, don't worry. But I'm getting the impression, comparing with all the news that we've been getting about Barcelona, that they can't even afford a Mars bar, let alone actually try and get Raphinha and Dembele and keep both of them in the Barcelona squad and pay those wages on top of that. I don't think they can do it. Let alone the fee that Chelsea put out to get Raphinha, and Barca have to match that? Now, the latest with that is that Barcelona actually did end up matching the fee that Chelsea put up, but the base fee is lower, and they have to pay higher installments later. Now, will Leeds actually accept that? Knowing that Barcelona are in financial difficulty, knowing that Chelsea's money's right there for the taking. Right now, take it. It's yours. Will Leeds really turn that down after they've already signed a replacement? I don't think they truly give a damn about where Raphinha goes now. They've already got a replacement. They want their money. Chelsea can give them their money tomorrow if they want. Barcelona, not so much. So which is right here? What's correct? Well, as I've said, Jacob Steinberg has come out and said, and he tends to be quite reliable, that Barcelona won't be able to afford to keep Dembele and also sign Raphinha. Also, Graham Bailey with some news tonight saying this. Sources close to the situation believe Barcelona can only afford to sign or re-sign one of Raphinha and Ousmane Dembele. So, not both. Not both. So what's it going to be, Barcelona? Gerard Romero, I believe, has reached the point where he can't go back on his word. You know, sometimes you go so far that you just think, oh, to hell with it. Whatever happens, happens. I'm going to take this into the end. If I die, I die. You know? And if it comes out and it happens, say, for example, it actually happens and Barca somehow find some cash somewhere and they actually get Raphinha and keep Dembele. Gerard Romero is going to end up looking like Fabrizio Romano, right? But it's a risk because at the same time, if Raphinha doesn't go to Barcelona, where's your 98% gone, Gerard? That's what it's going to turn to. So we'll wait and see what happens. But my opinion, I could be wrong. But my opinion, the way I'm reading this, I don't think there's any way Barcelona can keep Dembele and pay him those wages that he's going to demand, which apparently now there's some sort of an agreement going on. I think he'd probably compromise a bit, but not too much. So you expect him for him to still be on maybe about 250 a week. Yeah? Approaching nearly 300, nearly, maybe 280, because he wanted 350 at one point. There's no club that's going to do that. So you compromise a little bit, you come to near there, 280, 270, somewhere there. Oh, and then you pay Raphinha his wages too, and you have salary that you got to owe to De Jong, and you still owe to Busquets, and you still owe to PK, you know? But then, does that mean you're going to sell De Jong? Well, okay, cool. We'll get to that very shortly. But is that going to generate enough money? Doesn't look like it. But now we're waiting for the second economic lever, and there's some Barca people saying that's still not enough. It's a mess. It's a complete mess. So you know what? I'm quite optimistic. Let's wait and see what happens with this whole Raphinha situation, because not only could we be getting Sterling, and the next name I'm about to show you, Raphinha on top of that too, and our business isn't done. This transfer window could be shaping up very nicely. Now, Jacob Steinberg goes into great detail in an article explaining everything tonight, including the latest on Nathan Ake. Chelsea close to sealing Sterling deal and agreeing terms with Ake. They could also still get Raphinha if Barca end up extending Dembele's deal. So you go into that article and he explains everything in relation to how he believes Raphinha will be going to Chelsea if Dembele were to stay at Barca, which now seems very, very likely. And on top of that, Chelsea getting the Sterling deal done, accepting terms with Nathan Ake, and that's looking like that's going to happen because Fabrizio's given us the latest in relation to Ake as well. Here it is. Chelsea have full agreement with Nathan Ake on personal terms. Man City are aware of the situation on the player side, but still waiting to receive the official bid. City want around 40 to 45 million pounds for Ake, and plan is to replace him with a new centre-back in case he leaves. Looking like that's done. So, with Sterling on holiday, and I think he should be returning quite soon, Chelsea go off to pre-season tomorrow, so whether he flies and meets them or whatever, I don't know. But in order to unveil Sterling, Chelsea could be waiting to unveil Ake at the same time. And it could be a case of both at the same time. So we'll wait and see. But personal terms with Ake agreed. It seems like Ake will be returning to Chelsea where he once left. And I know this has caused quite a little bit of doubt across the spectrum, me included. I first heard about this and thought, would I take Ake? Probably not. Probably not. But Thomas Tuchel wants him. There seems to be a plan. There seems to be a way for him to play. He's not the main centre-back target. He's going to fill in at left centre-back. For those worried about Levi Colwill, I don't think he stops Levi Colwill's development either, because Ake isn't going to be an in-and-out, full-on starter every week, I don't believe. But he's young enough in order to progress into that role. But Man City, Man City fans are talking about him. And Man City fans are kind of sad to see him go, even though he's not played that much. And that's what fascinates me. I'm thinking, maybe there's something here that we're not spotting. Maybe Tuchel is onto something. Anyway, let's get into what Tom Young, Man City editor, has said. He says this: Nathan Ake is set to leave Man City for Chelsea over the coming days. Full personal terms have been agreed with Thomas Tuchel's side as per Fabrizio Romano. He never quite forced his way into a regular first-team role, but when he did play, he rarely put a foot wrong. And you know what's mad with Nathan Ake? He's won the Premier League title with Manchester City. And fair play. He's also won the Premier League title with Chelsea under Antonio Conte. If you remember, he was in the squad. So he's returning back to Chelsea to kind of prove a point. He didn't really get to play that much for Chelsea. Got sold for about, 20 million, I think it was, on loan. We sent him on loan, I think, to Bournemouth at the time. We sold him for 20 mil. He's coming back now for double of that. So we've technically made a little loss, but to hell with it. He didn't really play at Man City either. So now he's coming back to Chelsea, to where it all started, for him to try and break into first-team football regularly at the highest level. And I feel like he's going to give everything. And if he's a good left centre-back option, if he's versatile, which he is, can play in defensive mid if called upon, can play at left wing-back if called upon, he's versatile enough. I feel like Tuchel just has a plan for him that maybe we just haven't realised or recognised or we've thought of. And, hence Thomas Tuchel is the qualified and full-out, in-and-out manager getting paid millions of pounds a year. So, yeah, look, Thomas Tuchel wants him. He's got him. Fair play. And we'll see how he does. Good luck to Nathan Ake, and I can't wait to see him back in that case. Now, what did happen last night? Todd Boehly went to Barcelona, as I told you guys, and he spent 1 hour in a restaurant, had a nice meal, came out and told the journalists, hey, good food here, man. Good meal, nice meal. That's my very poor Todd Boehly impression. But not only was he there to talk about Alonso and Azpilicueta, clearly, if not, he wouldn't have travelled to flipping Barcelona. There's clearly something there. It looks like we've spoken about Frenkie de Jong. Check this out. Frenkie de Jong was also discussed yesterday between Chelsea and Barcelona. United are favourites right now, but CFC are interested. That's come from Jacob Steinberg. Now, Man United are well advanced in this whole de Jong deal, but they haven't closed it. And there's a thing about Chelsea coming in and possibly just going, look, we're able to give you the exact same price Man United want, and on top of that, we'll give you Alonso and Azpilicueta. How does that sound? Barca would be more than happy with that, and that's something Manchester United just cannot do. So we have leverage. If we want, we have leverage. If we truly want Frenkie de Jong. Now, should we take Frenkie de Jong? I think we're going to go for Declan Rice later in the window. I don't think de Jong interferes with our pursuit for a defensive midfielder. However, what I do think it does is it gives us another number 8 option and a bit more of a creative number 8 option. Someone that can come in and revitalise that role. I feel like we've got Kovacic, we've got Kante, we've got Mount, we have Gallagher as well. Are all of them going to play in those 8 roles? If we do play with a single DM, there's going to be 2 8 roles up for grabs. And I feel like maybe Loftus-Cheek will be gone. I feel like the only options will be Kante, Kovacic, Mount and Gallagher. And that's more than enough, I feel like, to cover. But de Jong, could he be the one to eventually take Kante's place? Could he be the one to compete with a Mason Mount? Could he be the one to keep Gallagher on his toes? Could he even be the one to keep Kovacic on his toes? Maybe we do it in order to get some more creativity in a number 8 role, which we seem to lack with. But with a number 6 and a defensive midfielder in place, maybe everyone gets a little bit liberated. Maybe everyone has a little bit more freedom to their game instead of playing the double pivot. It's an interesting dilemma, and I want to get your thoughts on that. Would you take de Jong? Do you think he fits, or do you think he doesn't? Let me know. And at the same time, it would mean snapping him off Man United, and that would just be funny. So, yeah, let me know what you think down below in regards to de Jong and everything I've discussed today. Do you think we get Raphinha? Do you think we don't? Do you think Barca get Dembele and Raphinha? Do you think they can't afford it? Let me know about Nathan Ake, your thoughts on Nathan Ake. Are you happy for him to be coming back to Chelsea? It looks like it's a done deal. It's happening. Him and Sterling on their way to Chelsea. And our business isn't done yet. Let me know what you think about de Jong as well. Much appreciated. And don't forget to check out my video on my second channel where I discuss Jake Paul, Tommy Fury, and Tommy Fury ducking again, which is a shame because I want Tommy Fury to win that, but it doesn't look like he wants to fight. So anyway, let me know your thoughts in that video too. Much appreciated for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash like button if you've enjoyed this. Don't forget to check out the OneFootball app, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. In a bit. Take care and peace.